Let's call these zombie pins, because they're still running even though they're all dead. Good morning and happy Saturday. We are on A2 Pinsetters today. Normal Saturday for us, isn't it? I've been here for a while already. I haven't gotten anything on camera because it's all been kind of the same old stuff we've already covered, and there wasn't really anything new to see. This one, however, might be a little different because the note on the board just says sweep keeps getting stuck down. So we've got our jumper in the manager's control circuit. Let's turn it on and see what we can find. So we are on. Our motor has fired up. Our machine cycles when we manually trip the clutch. We've stopped at 180. We're waiting for pins. Let's see what happens. It is a little dark in here. Forgive me. Things are looking okay so far. Yeah, not sure where to go on this one, but I'll keep cycling it. And if and when we find something interesting, we'll come back. So now that we've got some light on the subject, we do have a link that has fallen out of position here. So we'll go ahead and reattach. We'll find a pin. That hole is a little egged out. I don't think that's going to be a huge issue for us immediately, but well, I'm not sure they have another bell crank either. So let's go find an X pin and an X washer, and we will resecure that. I haven't seen anything else wrong. Let me make a correction there. I see a lot of things that are wrong. I don't see anything else that would be causing this not to function as expected at this point in time. So we've got our X pin replaced. It is a little funky. It is egged out. I still think that it will work just fine though. I did notice, let's move our solenoid wire out of the way. We've got some interference here between this yoke on the clutch arm and the lever on our cycle linkage. Trying not to be too shaky, but that might be causing some interference here. You can see a little bit of wear between these two parts. What we might be able to do is grab a flat blade screwdriver and just kind of bend that out ever so slightly and eliminate that interference. So we did go ahead, we went and we bent our clutch lever out a little bit. We just kind of pried it away, and we're seated over that stop surface pretty good now. I did notice, I looked up here, and they had an issue with the rake latch functioning properly. What I did is I pushed it down mid-cycle so that I could cycle it and bring the rake up because they're running the lane machine through here. So let's look over there and see what we can see, because all of this stuff is looking pretty good. So we've run the machine down to 90 degrees and stopped it. And you can see it does not want to relatch. There's a kind of a crescent shaped cutout in that shaft, and the bearing underneath this bearing nestles in that crescent shaped cutout, and that's not happening. So yeah, we want to look over here at our Rake shock absorber. Well, there's your problem, huh? Let's see if we can find a new rubber bushing for this, and maybe some new hardware at this point. This is going to be what's throwing our adjustment off on the collapsible rake link over there. Yeah, that's pretty bad. Well, I think we're in luck. We have a new-ish looking shock absorber. It has no rubber baby buggy bumpers in there, but it doesn't need to. All of the quick drop linkage to lower the rake on wallet impact is gone. It's been omitted, deleted. So we just need something to slow the rake dropping, and this will work. And it looks like this may have sprung a leak at some point in time, which is probably what caused that rubber to get all bloaty and swollen and gross. So this should put us in a pretty good position, even if it's not brand new parts. Doesn't have to be all new and shiny all the time. I prefer it, but that's my preference. If I were here full time, I would probably be cleaning and painting and rebuilding stuff, but I'm not. Like I said, I'm here one day a week just to try to be a help to them, because they, they don't have a full-time, knowledgeable service technician on hand. They need all the help they can get. All right, so old part's out. Kind of like that, somewhere over there. We're going to take the hardware, our spacer and our bushing off the top here, and put it in on the lower side down here, because it wasn't present on this assembly. And those two parts are still good. They're not brand new, but they're not bad. I wish they had one more flat washer. They don't. That's okay. What we can do, we can kind of maybe raid the parts bin drawers and see if we can come up with some more washers like this. So let me put you guys on pause. I'll be back in just a sec. Awesome. I got some more hardware. So let's see if we can finish putting Humpty Dumpty back together again here. So we've got a flat washer and a fiber washer on the opposite side. We're going to put a fiber washer and a flat washer on this side. We're going to attempt to do the same thing with the bottom, except we're going to add a flat washer on this tab. That's a little bit of a standoff. The other thing I'm doing is I'm lifting the rake board up with my foot right behind me. Got some acrobatics going on here. See if I can get our bolts to line up. Please. Easier said than done. And here comes the noise. Looks like we've got everything back together pretty good. So I'm just gonna tighten. Hold on, those are 9/16 inches. We need 1/2 inch. That's better. Let's get all our hardware tightened back up. Get our spring back on. Jump back around up to the top. So that we can get our brake latch adjusted a little bit better than where we're at now. jump around back up to the top. That's kind of funny. It looks like it lined up just about perfectly. What we would do if we needed to adjust it, we would hold one wrench here and we break that nut free, and we would rotate the threaded rod in or out of the rod end to either shorten it or lengthen it. At this point, at 90 degrees, well, really anywhere between 45 and 90 degrees is where you want to make this adjustment. If you lengthen this rod, you're going to open this crescent-shaped gap between the roller and the shaft. You'll make that gap bigger if the rod goes longer. You'll make that gap smaller if the rod goes shorter. We happen to be perfect on the dot, no issues. What was happening is that this was unlatching, right? With it being out of adjustment because of bad components on the shock absorber, it could never relatch. If that doesn't latch, the rake does not go up at home. So let's do this. If we had mechanical triggering, the ball would impact the ball cushion down there, and through the linkage, pivot this rake trip lever and drop the machine. And it relatched. This is good. This is really good. We might just end the video out here. Like I said, I'm tired. I work 5 days a week at a normal job, and I do this on my Saturdays. We really probably don't have a whole lot to cover that would be anything that we haven't covered yet. So if you don't see any more of this video, then we're all done. And if something changes and we do have something that's interesting, didn't leave anything up on the platform, no, we're good. Then the video might go on a little bit longer. So the note on the board for this machine, oh yeah, hey, we're not done yet, huh? Was the cycle solenoid is bad. The cycle solenoid isn't bad. I don't know exactly what's going on. I can feel here. This bolt is loose for our solenoid cover box. See if I can get you in there. No, maybe we'll go from the other way around. If we can you see my little phalanges? No, not really. That bolt head sticking out on the bottom side of the box can interfere with the cycle solenoid and cause some cycle issues, huh? So I think that's what we're seeing for this one. Somebody in the comments section, I don't remember if it was last week's video or the one before, had said something to the effects of, that gearbox clutch gives me nightmares. Well, you haven't seen anything yet. Allow me to demonstrate. Sorry, that one specifically did not come with a loud noise warning. This is probably one of the loudest gearbox clutches I've ever heard. And guess what? They don't have a spare. So it's gonna be like this for just a little while longer, huh? Can you kind of see in there, sort of? I've got the that lower solenoid cover screw turned around, so it's the head is on the inboard side and the screw threads, the stud is facing outward. So that's going to eliminate interference between those 2 points that might cause the machine to fail to trigger. Other than the extremely noisy gearbox clutch, I don't see Anything else going on here? Oh yeah, she's running full A2 speed here also. So we're going warp speed on top of that. Pretty awesome, huh?